Thank you. Thank you for taking the time for this session. Welcome to this session. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ken Nazuma, the second factory, Japan. Today, I'd like to talk about the Deep Zoom++, build dynamic deep zoom application with open source toolkit named Jellyfish. So, I'd like to ask several questions for us. So, how many people are using already about the Silverlight? Oh, almost everyone. Okay. So, how many people are using Deep Zoom already? Okay, cool. So, I hope this session will be a good hint for your Deep Zoom application development. So, let me introduce to you a quick agenda of today. The intro of us and what is Deep Zoom and how to make Deep Zoom files by tool and several needs for the Deep Zoom application and its program. And I'd like to talk about what is this and what is Jellyfish and the mooing. And second part is the coding part. The first half of the coding part is with Jellyfish Silverlight client library. And second half is for the dynamic generation. Is with server-side Jellyfish Deep Zoom Slicer. And then we'd like to invite Mr. Alan Lee from company named Next Experience in China. He's going to show you about a very interesting site named Deep Zoom Pix built with Jellyfish. And he's going to talk about his thought about UX and Deep Zoom and Jellyfish. And it is a very interesting point. He's going to show you the prototyping by the sketch flow. Do you know sketch flow? Is expression brand 3 new feature. He's going to show you about this feature. Okay. Then let me wrap up quickly. I'd like to talk about the future plan of Jellyfish and then the conclusion, so we don't miss the lunch. Okay. And let me introduce my company, Second Factory Japan. We are the one of the global agency partner of the Microsoft. We provide omotenashi. Please remember this word. Omotenashi is a Japanese way of thinking about hospitality into application. So we are doing design and development and management of the rich internet application project mainly in Japan. And also we are doing some consultation for the user interface improvement for the application, the existing application or a brand new application or embedded UI, even with the embedded UI for the digital camera or the kiosk terminal. So now the UIs are everywhere, so we are so busy, so like you do. And yes, we are the second factory based in Tokyo. And it's me. Again, my name is Ken Nazuma, Senior Experience Architect of the second factory. And I'm a member of the Microsoft MVP and Adobe Community Expert also. And I'm living in a social network world usually. So please ping me anytime through these services. If you had any question about this session or anything, through the Twitter, BrightKite, FriendFeed, even with Xbox Live, KNAZUMA. Please ping me anytime. And here's my colleague, Tatsushi. Tatsushi is a manager of Interaction Design and Development Group. He cannot speak English well, but he can speak C# well, as you do. So he's our main developer and manager of the Interaction Design and Development Group. And he's one of our main developer of the Microsoft technology. He's from the Flash world, but now he's doing more with the Microsoft technology. And he's MS certified solution developer and also Adobe certified expert for the rich internet application specialist. Actually, for the deep zoom, we have to, especially for our toolkit, we have to handle the more complicated mathematical process. But he had a master degree in mathematics, so he is a perfect guy for this project. So Tatsushi.
Hi everyone.
It's Tatsushi, okay? And I'd like to talk about what is deep zoom. Deep zoom is a seeing is believing type of technology. So I think the people in here, all of you saw that Rolling Stone site by Vertigo, right? So this is amazing. That is amazing. So deep zoom technology is one of Silverlight feature. This is in a UI control named multi-scale image. It's a usually Silverlight one. And now deep zoom is a cross-platform. So I'd like to mention about this. So for the deep zoom, we don't need any special server-side services on the server side, and you can use your ordinary web server like IIS or Apache or anything you want. So when you deploy the deep zoom files to the web server, you can deploy it to the cross-platform or cross-runtime like Ajax, or even with the iPhone also. Okay, it's a very important feature of the deep zoom. And then I'd like to show you a little bit about how to make deep zoom files by tools. We usually using Deep Zoom Composer. It's a tool by Microsoft. It's free. It's a very good tool. So I'd like to show you a little bit about how to make the Deep Zoom files. So this is a Deep Zoom Composer. So we can add the image in from the something wrong from the local system, and we can compose the layout here. Here's my motorcycle, and here's your favorite Halo Wars, and a little bit more bigger. And this is my touring scene, riding motorcycle, and I shrink this like this and paste it on my motorcycle here. Okay, and then we can export these deep zoom files with the Silverlight solution. Okay, we can check this Silverlight deep zoom and name it MIX09 test, and then export. Now Deep Zoom Composer is slicing these these images into Deep Zoom files. So well, okay. We can preview in browser by Silverlight. It is already in Silverlight. We can zoom into Spartan. And please take a look here. There is more resolution here. We can zoom into me. Okay. So that is Deep Zoom. The seeing is believing. So this is how to make Deep Zoom files by the client tool. Okay. So then I'd like to show you the folder structure of the Deep Zoom files. Okay, here. There are several folders and files. The files are XML. These XMLs are using for the metadata of the each images and relationship between each images and correction. Correction is the name of the group of the images. Okay, and there are two folders. These folders represent correction, and this folder is corresponding to each images. Let's take a look at these folders. there are many folders, and let's take a look into the 12th one. And this is a sliced my motorcycle. With the deep zoom, you can use huge image for the deep zoom files, and then these files sliced into the tiny tiles corresponding to the deep zoom level. So we can zoom into the bigger image, and there is a resolution here. But in the level 6, my motorcycle is so tiny, so there is only one tiny tiles. Okay. So this is corresponding the deep zoom level. I'd like to talk about this later. Okay. And then you can check the generated solutions here. But with the usual deep zoom control, multi-scale image control, you have to write more code than our toolkit. So let me show you later. And I'm switch back to the slides. So deep zoom files, as you can see, every image is slicing into tiny tiles. And you don't have to fetch all of the image tiles, but only those tiles required for the current size of the image on screen. And also, I should mention about this. These levels are corresponding that folder structure. Okay. And also, deep zoom has a sparse image feature. So as you can see, you checked about my motorcycle touring scene. It's a tiny one, but it has a more resolution here, okay, below one. But for other area, we don't have to prepare any other resolution there. So we should prepare only two pyramid-like structure by the deep zoom files. It is for the huge reduction for the number of files and size of files. Okay. And now we'd like to introduce the needs of deep zoom application. So we are so surprised about the Rolling Stone application, do you? Right? We want to develop our own Rolling Stone magazine application. So after the day one keynote, everybody said that, right? So yes, we do. We want to. But the files are easy to slice by Deep Zoom Composer by client tool, but hard to develop the smooth feature application like sorting, the filtering, the searching by metadata, or manipulating some images is a very complicated feature, especially for the designer. Okay? And someone might say, we already have existing picture on server, so can we convert these into Deep Zoom files dynamically? Oh yes. Deep Zoom Composer is client-side tool. It's a very good tool, but client-side tool. So we have to prepare server-side deep zoom file generator for the integration with the existing service, like Flickr or your photo repositories. Actually, now Deep Zoom Composer has its own .dll, the library for using outside. But we don't want to struggle with licensing issue with client tool. So that's why we made our own Deep Zoom Slicer. It's open source. And those are the common problem of the Deep Zoom application development. So for those problems, we made a solution named Jellyfish. So Jellyfish is an open source toolkit for Deep Zoom application that is open to public through Codeplex. So you can download it today, but today we bring the new build one for this MIX09 session. So this will be uploaded to the Codeplex after we are flying back to Tokyo next week. This depends on Tatsushi, but as soon as we can possible, we will upload this. This will be 1.1 beta of the Jellyfish. And Jellyfish had two major parts. The first one is the client-side Silverlight class library. It's very easy for development, so you can use this freely. And second one is a server-side image slicing tools. So these tiny tools are XC-based command line tool. So you can wrap it up by any server-side technology like PHP or CodeFusion or Java, anything you want. Of course, with ASP.NET. And also, Jellyfish includes sample server-side web application for image administration. So you can check this ASP.NET based application for further integration with the existing existing services of the server-side. Okay, now I'd like to show you some demo built with the Jellyfish. This is a site for the famous artist Hayumi Hamasaki. She's a Japanese singer. She's like Japanese Britney Spears. So this year is her 10th anniversary. So we developed her discography of her works. We can check her songs here. Please wait a while. From Japan. I think you are so curious about this 3D cursor, but we'd like to speak about this Deep Zoom one first. So with Jellyfish, you can build this kind of application easily. So you can zoom into here, of course, and zoom out, of course, and we can show you the specific information by metadata here. Like Rolling Stone, the magazine application. And we can filter these images. So by the time scope, okay, released in 2002, there are 4 songs and 4 live videos, just like this. So with the Jellyfish, you can compress your development time dramatically, I think so. So as usual, for this kind of contents, we don't have much time for development, right? So with the Jellyfish, that we can compress the development time as half, just like that. And so we can develop another one, the 3D cursor one. So you can save your time with using reusable component like Jellyfish or any other UI component like this. So you should think about use reusable component like this. Okay, and this is built with a Jellyfish, and I'm going to show you about this kind of code after this demo. Okay, and this is a demo. I'd like to switch back to the slide. Okay, it's showtime. It's coding time. Tatsushi is going to code about the 101 type of deep zoom application. Our first deep zoom application with the Jellyfish. Jellyfish has Silverlight client library, and these 4, the Hello World, scanning button, or full screen experience, and more features are based on the built-in function of the Jellyfish. Okay? So Tatsushi is going to code about the 101 of the Deep Zoom application. Switch to the D. Okay. it's a Visual Studio you are using. And this is a solution generated by the Visual Studio 2008, ordinary Silverlight Solution 1. And we imported generated Deep Zoom files from the Deep Zoom Composer already here. And we'd like to add the reference to the jellyfish.dll, same as any other UI component. Please add this. Okay. So now we are changing some XAML. Okay. So we'd like to add here for the schema for this control jellyfish like this. And we'd like to change the size of user control 800 to 600. Okay, more bigger. And we'd like to change the background of the grid to let you know the borderline of the UI control, where the UI control is. Okay, to the block, please. Okay. So now it's a time to write about the jellyfish deep zoom control instead of multi-scale image control. Okay, JF deep zoom name is JFD. Wise 800. The fit to the user control. Okay, source. It's a file path for the generated files. Also, I should mention about this that the Jellyfish Deep Zoom is fully compatible with Visual Studio 2008 IntelliSense feature. So you can see the all option you can use by hitting space only, okay? Like any other function in Visual Studio. Okay, that's it. It's a very simple one, but we can compile it into the Deep Zoom application. Hit F5, please. So live coding is so scary, but oh, it's okay, working. So it's rough, but completed Deep Zoom application already. So we can zoom into specific images. Quick one, okay. So deep zoom out. Zoom out, please.
Zoom out. Okay.
And zoom in, please. The touch is controlling by mouse wheel. So, and you don't have to write any JavaScript code or C# code to control by the mouse wheel. This is a built-in with the jellyfish. And you can move by the buttons. Next. Touch again. And next. And this is a Yoshi, my boss. And previous. And these are the very basic built-in feature of the jellyfish. You don't have to write more code like with multi-scale image. So you can write just one line for the jellyfish deep zoom control. Okay, close this. Yes. And next one is skinning for the button. So today we don't have much time for whole development process. So first we're going to show you the completed application, and then second we're going to show you about the changing point with the Visual Studio. Okay. The next one is compile it, please. Okay. This time the buttons next, previous are scanned by the red rectangle, and it has a multi-state like this. Okay, so let's take a look at code. With the code, we are using Visual State Manager feature of the Silverlight. It's generated by the Expression Brand 2. So we should add this schema for here. And this is a control template. This is a style for that red triangle generated by the Expression Brand 2. You can easily generate this kind of state by the Expression Brand. And then jump into the JF Deep Zoom control. And here is a property to applying that style to the JFD zoom. It's just 3 steps. And please take a look at the completed application again, just like this. Okay? And then we'd like to show you about the full screen experience. So step 1 and step 2, we didn't write any C# code. Okay? So for this solution, we'd like to upload whole this solution to the Codeplex. But you can switch this step-by-step feature here. This root visual equal new page 03, 05, something. Okay. So we'd like to go to the step 3. Okay. Hit F5, please. Yep. So for this time, we added 4 buttons below here. Okay, so please click F to toggle to the full screen. And I should mention about this. Because of browser security reason, you cannot type anything from keyboard, or you cannot control by mouse wheel with the full screen. So that's why we added these buttons here. Plus means zoom in, and minus means zoom out. And you can reset the position by click out. Okay. These buttons are corresponding the built-in function of the jellyfish. Okay. I'd like to show you the code. Okay, first one is XAML. We changed the size of user control into Alt because this is a full screen application. And next one is, these are the 4 buttons here, of course, in the XAML. It's generated by the expression brand. And then for the C# code, these are the corresponding event handler is generated by the tools like Visual Studio 2008 or Expression Brand also. Okay? And these are the corresponding functions. So let's take a look. The JFD zoom in. The for zoom in, just one line. With just one line, you can zoom in, or JFD do fit is fit into the screen. The reset the position. It's just one line. Okay. The simple is a key point of the jellyfish. So you can do it. You can do with built-in function simply. The just calling function. Okay. The next, please. The next one is rest of internal built-in function by the jellyfish Silverlight control. Is a step 4. Okay. So this time we added one more buttons here named P. P means panel. Click this. So there are many functions corresponding built-in function of the jellyfish. So please click line. We can change layout into line. Or please click tile. So these buttons are corresponding the built-in layout changing function of the jellyfish. So you can change your layout easily, or with your custom layout is fine also. I'd like to mention about this later. And we can do slideshow. Yep. Okay, that's you again. And my boss Yoshi. And my salesperson Tetsuya. They are my colleague. This beautiful lady is Eriko. Okay, stop this. Suga-san is here. And this is a slideshow. And we can fit to the resolution, just like as you can see, do fit. Please click this. And return into the default position. Okay. And please click yourself again. And Tachi is index 1 sub-image. So you can modify the size of this picture by pixel unit. Okay? So please index 1. And width is 300. Okay, the set width, please. Boom. Just like this. So I'd like to mention about this. So in the deep zoom world is a pseudo 3D world. So zoom in, zoom out, all of positions are relative. So you should recalculate the position or the size for specific deep zoom level. Okay? So that's why we developed this kind of feature. So designer cannot recognize the relative complex mathematical position calculation. So with the pixel unit, you can easily know about the position. Okay? We can set the position also here. Set 200 and 200. Set XY. Here. It's very easy. And zoom into yourself, please. And set max, please. And zoom out, please. Set minimum, please. This is the limitation for the deep zoom level. So without this limitation, you can lose anything from the screen with a zoom out feature. Okay? And with several cases, the customer doesn't want to zoom deeply. Therefore, the photo of celebrities, or we don't want to dig into his skin. So with this case, we want to limit the deep zoom level. So you can do this easily with Jellyfish, the built-in function. We can set minimum level and we can set maximum level. So please zoom in. He's continuing the mouse wheel, but this is a limitation. And zoom out, please. And this is a minimum level. Okay? You can do it easily. And reset, please. Okay. Most of these functions, just like JFD do fit, right? Just calling function one line. So you can do it easily. Okay. So we'd like to switch back to the slides again. Okay. The second part is the dynamic one. With our Jellyfish server-side deep zoom slicer, you can use two modes with the Jellyfish server-side. And first one is dynamic. Dynamic means real-time generation by user action. For example, the searching by the tag, and Silverlight send this tag to the server-side services. The server-side services is querying into the DB and gathering the destination of the deep zoom files, and then generate the correction and return to the Silverlight application. It's a real-time one. But the second one is the semi-dynamic. The semi-dynamic means pre-sliced correction list. Okay? So you can do with this just like batch correction, batch action, or with the web administrator. So please imagine the real-time generation of the deep zone files costs more with the number of files or taking time for slicing. Okay, so if you could, please check the semi-dynamic scenario for your application. So I'd like to show you our sample web application, web administrator. Okay, this is our sample application. We can upload the images to the server side like this. Okay, the sample picture. Please click well. Okay. And title is, of course, well. And description, big mammal. Okay. The tag is well. Okay, just like this. And please click share this file and submit, upload. And you can check the generated deep zoom file here instantly. And let's take a look about the image manager here. With this screen, you can select several deep zoom files, generated deep zoom files, to generate your own collection. Okay, so please click well, and you, and BOG, and below AG, please. They are my please. And create collection, please. Type the name, the MIX09 test, and generate collection file. Okay, for making sure, we'd like to build a collection manager. Okay, the first one is our collection, MIX09 test. Please click edit. This for the in collection. So this is a generated collection for the deep zoom application. And I should mention about this. We also can upload the layout from the generated file by the deep zoom composer. We can extract the XML file from that folders generated by Deep Zoom Composer. And you can upload this file to the Jellyfish web server side. And we can check the layout manager first. Oh, I'm sorry, upload layout. So we can upload layout here. And then the upload layout manager, please. And please click edit, please. Yes. Down below. Yes, this is a layout uploaded from the Deep Zoom Composer. We can recognize this as a template to load your own generated collection into this layout. Okay. So now we'd like to build the Deep Zoom viewer. Yes, this is a list corresponding the collection manager's list. This is a pre-sliced collection list. And last one is our generated MIX09 test. Please click this. Okay, here is a pre-sliced collection. And please align this with a line. Okay. So with Deep Zoom server-side slicer, we can generate metadata also. So as you can see, with the whale picture, we typed big whale for the tag. Okay, so please check out this. So there is button M means metadata. Yes, and please type the tag whale. Please execute. And we can filter the, from the existing collection. Please click well. Okay, please reset. Then you can filter by title or tags, anything you want. And we can sort the correction. Please execute. This time he sorted by title, ascend, and we can reverse here. So you can resort anytime you want, okay, by title owner. And we can show you the specific information by metadata also. And please click yourself. And this information showing you by the XAML. And this XAML is synchronized with the sub-image of that sheet. So please zoom in, zoom out, and move left, right. It is synchronized. So with Jellyfish, you can know easily about the position and size of the sub-image. So it means you can modify your XAML. So anything XAML you can synchronize with the sub-image easily. So you can add a button to buy or anything you want. Okay? The last one is selection. Please click several files. Okay, so this tiny green rectangle means selected. So you can check internal data set for the with the Boolean value selected. It means it affects with internal data only, but you can use this with several scenarios like e-commerce, the shopping cart, the selecting the merchandise from the searching list, or anything you want. Okay. This is related with metadata function generated by the server side. Okay. So this is a semi-dynamic feature of the Jellyfish. And please change this into the dynamic mode. That was semi-dynamic. This is dynamic mode. It's a real-time generation. Please check the whole code after this session. Okay. So there's nothing. So it means user can search by tag. Here, the search S. Okay. That's with the tag. Please type the girls. Of course. Please execute. Now, the Silverlight application sent the tag girls to the server-side service, and server-side service is querying DB and gathering the destination and generate the correction and send it back to the Silverlight application. Okay, so this is a dynamic generation by the server side. It's very easy to use. So you can integrate this web administrator to your existing services. And, okay, the one more thing is the thumbnail. The server side of Jellyfish Deep Zoom Slicer also generated thumbnails for the sub-images. So you can create this kind of functions. Please click this. Okay, you can jump into the clicking by thumbnail, clicking for thumbnails. Yep. So again, the server side of Jellyfish generate this kind of thumbnails also. So you can develop easily this kind of function. Okay, now let's switch back to the slides. For your information, we added more slides here. For basic architecture of dynamic generation or semi-dynamic generation. But we don't have much time for whole explanation for this. So please check this later. Okay. And now, we'd like to invite Mr. Alan Lee from company named Next Experience in China. He's going to talk about the very interesting site, Deep Zoom PICs. And he's going to talk about his thought about the deep zoom and jellyfish and UXs. And also, he can mention about the prototyping feature of the expression Brand 3 named Sketchflow is for deep zoom pics. Okay, please welcome Aaron Lee.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Okay, how are you doing, guys? I'm Alan Lee from Beijing, China. I work for Next Experience Interactive, which is a rich application consulting company in China. And this is my photo, the right one. Okay. So, who knows these buildings? Who can tell me? Okay. What's the name of these buildings? Bird nest. And next? Water cube. The bottom left. CCTV building, right. Designed by Rene Koolhaas, which designed the Seattle Public Library, and the National Ground Theater. So, maybe some of you saw my setting on television last year during the Olympic. And these are really lovely and modern buildings have been built in last year. I want to say, if you come to visit, just give me a call. I will show you around. And who knows this? Okay, probably not. It's my office. One of these windows belongs to us here. And this is inside. These are our people, our entertainment, ping pong, no. PlayStation, and our smell. Okay. We have culminated several Silverlight design projects for some of the top websites in China, such as Baidu, the #1 search engine in China, and Taobao. Taobao, which like eBay, now it becomes the most popular and the biggest C2C and B2C platform in China. And Tencent QQ, maybe you guys saw this yesterday. Yeah, QQ is the biggest messaging service in China. But today, I want to share a case study I did for this project named Deep Zoom Pics. Basically, Deep Zoom Pics is a new consumer service that a user can upload their photos and share to their friend quickly and easily with Silverlight Deep Zoom feature. You guys know we can use Deep Zoom Composer to build a Deep Zoom project, but if you use our service, you don't need to know how to use a Deep Zoom Composer or what is Deep Zoom. They just need to know this is a really cool service. So let's take a look at this service. Here. Okay, use my Live ID. Yeah, this is the homepage of Deep Zoom Pics. And I can view my albums. I uploaded these photos yesterday, and I want to show this one. Basically, in Album Manager, we have 3 main functions. The first is add. The first, you can add photos properties such as title and tags. And the exciting feature is about this one, Deep Zoom View. Yeah. Let's make a full screen, take a look. It's building on Jellyfish client-side library, so you can zoom in and zoom out. Full screen, normal screen. And thumbnails, you can navigation these photos or use keyboard. Also, we support tags. You can use tags to filter our photos. This is the end, so that doesn't happen. Also, you can edit the tags in this layout. Click to edit. friend. Yes, that is. And here is a cool feature named layout. We have implemented some layout like square, layer, star. But this is only built on the basic Jellyfish library. So the amazing feature is layout by date. This. You will find this photo is taken by date. And this is my take this last year, and this I take this yesterday. Oh. And basically, these features we call it the cloud view. We have another view named slideshow view. In slideshow view, you can view photos one by one, and next, or use keyboard, next, or zoom in, autoplay. Have you seen the talk? Okay, you can set this duration, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and the loop. Yes. Yeah. So basically, this is the core feature in our deep zoom pics. You and your friend will with this viewer to view these photos, and if you feeling everything is well, you can share with your friend by get this embedding code to your blog or BBS. Also, you can add photo from your computer and another, such as Facebook, and important from any RSS feed. So let's go back to slide. Okay, so here is a sample architecture of deep zoom pics. We integrated a Windows Live ID. User can choose different way to upload their photos. You can upload from your computer and import from SNS, such as Facebook. And if you have the deep zoom composer, it also works. And in server module, we have tail process to process this image to Silhouette deep zoom format. We use Windows Azure to store these photos into cloud. And in client side, we have a rich Silhouette viewer, which built on the Jellyfish client side library. So, Ken has told many technical details about Jellyfish. So here I perform to introduce how we as a UX consulting company design and created the good user experience and successful products based on these powerful technologies. In September 2008, Microsoft asked us to design a new consumer experience that a user can upload his photograph using Jellyfish library as a demo for several large portals in Asia. So this was during the Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival, when all Chinese people eat lots of mooncake. So we use that as this project name. So who have had mooncake before? Oh, you. Who never have had mooncake before? Okay, give me a call. So for the first design iteration, we focused on two things. Firstly, we want to know how Jellyfish works, such as its performance and workflow, by building a simple prototype. And secondly, we want to test the performance and workflow of grabbing photos from online photo providers, such as SmartMark and Flickr, so that user can quickly move their albums from cloud into our mooncake service. Then, in the second phase, we focus on building the final UI and integrating into the full Jellyfish library. In this phase, we spend a lot of time to design the UI, and some important things we considered included how users organize their photos, and how to make a workflow of grabbing photos faster, clear, and user-friendly. How to design an experience of viewing photo by deep zoom. So let's change the screen. Take a look at the interaction design and the user flow design of our mooncake. Here, user log in and manage photos. We built these wireframes using Illustrator, and then we used Silhouette Deep Zoom present this interaction to our team. We try to model every user interaction detail and consider the different user scenarios so that we can find out the best way for the product experience. The wireframe design is the most important thing during our process because it affects the final product's experience. So, during this process, we received the first build of Expression Blend 3, and we were able to try to use the new prototyping feature to further explore our design. So, let's take a look at the Expression Blend 3 work with mooncake. Okay, here. And I have built a sketch flow prototype for our mooncake. Yeah, here's. So you can find an application flow panel on the top of this IDE. And in this panel, you can view the home project workflow and every user interaction. You can either to drag and drop, create a new screen, or link to another screen like this. So let's build and preview this project. Wait a second. Okay. We imported this wireframe from Illustrator because it supports important Photoshop file and Illustrator file. And here is a default template of Sketchflow project. You can find a navigate panel on the left. You can navigate to every screen and or use the link, create. Next. Every detail you can model it. So here, I have bounding some data, but there's no photo. And Blend 3 provides us a new way to build our prototype called sample data. It has helped me make some duplicate data for this. So let's take a look at this. Create album. Oh, here. Album manager. Yeah, I have done some sample data here. So let's take a look at this property. Yeah, photo, text, and title. I want to change photos to real photo. So I just need to click and from string to image. Yeah, you can see here some chairs. It's default image from Blend 3. And also you can browse from your computer. Let's try. Yes. Okay, we got some real photos. So what's next? You just need to drag this photo to this control. Yeah, that is. Really easy sample. Okay, so let's go back to slide. So here it's all about the story of our deep zone peaks. We are really learning some important things through this project. A powerful framework such as Silhouette Deep Zone and Jellyfish can motivate us creating an innovative idea for a product, and use the open source framework can make our work faster and easier. And besides technology and code, the creative design, interaction design, and the amazing visual design also gives us the product's new experience. And in the meantime, Blend 3 gives us a new way to sketch the product's experience. So, before I finish my presentation, I want you guys try Deep Zone Peaks, but not today. In a few weeks, save this URL, www.deepzonepeaks.com. And if you have any questions, you can reach me via my email, alan.lee@nxmix.com. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to be back again.
Yes. For deep zoom peaks, it's very interesting. So we can review the architecture of the deep zoom peaks again. It is leveraging Windows Azure as the backend service. It's it's a great combination of the Microsoft technology, I think so. Okay. So please send a mail to the Aaron Lee about Deep Zoom PICs. Okay? Okay? Sure. Deep Zoom PICs? Okay. The URL is the Deep Zoom PICs is a web-based services. So please check www.deepzoompics.com. And you should have a Windows Live ID also. Okay? Thank you. Okay. I'd like to talk about the future plan of the jellyfish a little bit. With a common request from the .NET developers, we want to do DLLIs of the server side. But now we have a command line XE-based application for the Deep Zoom slicer for the server side. So you can integrate this with the PHP or any other server-side technology also. But this XE application is based on a .NET framework also. So I think you can easily port this to the DLL. Okay? And we can do that. And do you know about the behavior feature of the expression brand tree? Do you know about this? Okay, sure. The behavior feature of new expression brand tree is for designer to add action for the design by expression brand without any code. Okay? So it's a very compelling feature for the designer. So we want to integrate this into future jellyfish. It is a very good feature for designer, I think so. And the last one is image brand support. So I'd like to show you the screen again. Okay, the Hello Wars again. This is a UNFC led by Spoutan, as you can see. But zoom out. This is a Covenant Army led by Arbiter. You know, so. These deep zoom files generated by two different images into one deep zoom files. This is just swapping the folder structure, as you can see before. Okay? It's a very neat feature. So please imagine this is my baby time, and this is my growing up time. So we can brand the image by swapping the folder structure. Okay? The image brand is just a swapping folder. So I think we can do this easily. So the 1.5 or 1.2, it depends on touch again. So what do you think about it?
Maybe next week.
Okay. So we will do our best. And again, today's build will be 1.1 beta. So soon to be open at Corplex after we are flying back Tokyo next week. I think so. Okay, let me wrap up quickly. So this is a conclusion and note about this session. First of all, Deep Zoom needs to generate many files, so many files. So be sure about storage size and cache server like CDN, Content Delivery Network like Akamai or any other companies. Okay? So with the CDN, you can deploy your Deep Zoom files with nearby server, with your customers, with your users. So please think about using CDN with the Deep Zoom files. And cloud. So Deep Zoom PICs is leveraging the Windows Azure as a backend service. So you can distribute not only Deep Zoom static files, also for the server-side features with the Windows Azure. I'm not a professional of Windows Azure, not yet, but we should check about this kind of feature. I think this cloud type of technology works perfectly with DeepZone. And as a conclusion, with Jellyfish or anything you can use reusable component like Infragesics does or Terralake does, you can use many UI component or server-side component. You can buy it. You can use it from the open source repository. So with this, you can focus more about UX side. So as you can see, for the Ayumi Hamasaki side, we can compress the development time dramatically by the Jellyfish. So you can compress your development time for UX. You can think about more UX within your schedule, right? So I think with all of this MIX09 sessions, everybody's talking about UX, right? But thinking about UX is taking time. It's a very important time, but it's taking time. So please think about using a reusable component like Jellyfish, and please think about the UX is. The UX is more important than the development. Okay? So for the DeepZone picks, Alan Lee is thinking about more about the UX with using reusable component like Jellyfish, UX models. Okay? And the last one is actually our Jellyfish solution will be 1.1 beta is already with offline feature of the Silverlight 3. So you can click the right click and install Jellyfish through onto this computer. And you can check desktop also and click please OK. Yep. This is an offline application of the Jellyfish Viewer. You can search, guys. Oh, before this, please close the browser.
Sorry.
We'll make it sure. Okay. And execute please. Now loading. This is the same application, but offline application. You can deploy this kind of application easily by the Silverlight 3 offline feature. So this is only by a XML manifest file. So you can do it easily like this. Please click the Windows menu. The bottom here, no. This one is Jellyfish Sloop. Sloop means Silverlight out-of-browser application is here for our Jellyfish server side. Okay.
Manifest.
Take a look about the manifest files. It's so easy. So name it for the short name and title. And please state the application identity blob, and then wrap up. Just it. Just it for the offline browser without any other runtimes install. Okay? It's very neat. So please check about this offline feature with our solution. Okay, that's our presentation. So thank you for coming this time. And I should mention about this. My session's number is MIX09-C07F. Please write your forms about our session. Or flip side, please write anything about this session. These Japanese are weird, or this session is great or something like that. Please write about this. Okay. So if you had question, please chase us or take in this time. Any other questions? Please.
Can you take question now? You showed drawing the metadata on an image. I wonder, is it possible for a user to draw directly on an image?
The question is about the metadata. So metadata is, I think please say it again, please.
What I'm asking is it possible for a user to draw, could you enable a user to draw directly on an image and have that be zoomable? So you showed putting metadata on top of an image and have that zoom in and out.
Yep.
I'm wondering if you could allow a user to actually draw on an image and have that added to the pyramid.
So with the server-side web administrator, you can check that sample web application. So, okay, so we don't have any API right now for the tweaking the existing metadata on the server side, but it's on the SQL server. So I think you can create easily for that kind of API.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Great talk.
Yes, you mentioned the at the very end you talked about your out-of-browser experience that you built, but a few times you also mentioned an offline experience. So does Jellyfish allow you to take those actual deep zoom compositions and pull them for true offline browsing without an internet connection? I know that you said the data was stored in Windows Azure. How does how does the offline experience work?
With that offline application, it's a very easy one. So that application need to connect to the internet, the server side. But for the okay, let's take a look about this. So this one is for the image blend, as you saw. So this is argument.
We can't see it.
I'm sorry. This is a local file, so I can see this by clicking this, and this is a local file. We can see the local file structure by the Deep Zoom application. So it means I think we can download the whole Deep Zoom file into the isolated storage that you can use in Silverlight application. And I think you can use this feature with offline. Is this answer for you?
Yeah, I just was curious if Jellyfish had a built-in offline component where I could take something like that and have it, because originally you were searching based on tags, and I presumed that was stored in some database in off a service somewhere.
Okay, so
I don't know if you could. I want these tags, and then I want to be able to take it, disconnect, and go look at it later.
So let us try with the next release.
Excellent. Thank you.
So next one, please. Please.
Short question. Thank you very much for your great presentation.
Thank you.
And are you also working on using video instead of images already?
Music video.
You showed still images, zooming into still images.
With that side, we show the video also at that side. But actually, that video is built-in Flash player. And the now MS in Japan, that site is on the MS in Japan. And they are developing their own Silverlight built-in player right now. So then we can show the video online with the Silverlight integration player. I think so. Is that answer for you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Isn't the
Yes,
video
please.
like a limitation on Deep Zoom? Deep Zoom doesn't support video, so it's not a limitation on Jellyfish. It would be a limitation on the
So
Deep Zoom.
I mentioned about the synchronized XAML, right? So you can sync any XAMLs, like the video player with a deep zoom subimage. So you can paste the video player control into the deep zoom world with the synchronized function of the jellyfish. I think so. So then you can add the play button below of the subimage here and click, and then the video player showing up. I think it is so easy. So I saw some demo from the Microsoft, the integration between video player and deep zoom. I think it can be.
Okay.
Yes.
I had one more question. My real question was on, you talked a little bit about the semi-dynamic versus the dynamic deep zoom, you know, and I didn't know if you could elaborate, or maybe this is a question for an email later, but the semi-dynamic, the batch jobs and stuff like that, does Jellyfish have anything in there that can handle assisting with those batch processes, or is that other software on the server?
Okay, so it's more complicated one. So please come on in front of us. So I will explain about this further. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think that's it. So we are wandering around here, and my next one is Surface demo on the 5th floor. If you are interested in with my Surface application, please come and join us. Thank you. Thank you so much. どうもありがとう。